Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Runaway Routes.
Yes, we left them last in South Carolina
Yes.
at Camp Lake Jasper, and now we are headed beeline straight to Florida. But we didn't quite make it.
No.
Just outside Florida, we stopped at the Jacksonville North St. Mary's KOA. That's a mouthful.
Yes.
So, Jacksonville North St. Mary's KOA. Right off the 95 and just north of the border of Florida. I mean, you can see the Welcome to Florida
It's
sign
almost
practically.
Steps from it.
Almost steps, exactly. Great, another spot for us.
Great for a quick overnight.
Yeah, right at this time we were just looking for overnights. Quick overnights not far from the highway so that we weren't spending 30 minutes driving to and from the highway. So we had a pull-through spot. We got in and out, no problem, without unhooking. Do listen to the guide who's taking you, the pilot who takes you on his golf cart, because I listened to mine, but the person coming in after us didn't. And they had a longer coach, but still he didn't get wide enough on his turn.
No.
So he had to do it 3 times and then finally even unhook his Cadillac to do it.
That
But
could happen.
it happens. I mean,
Yep.
it happened to me. So
Yep.
I'm not making fun of him. It's just listen to your pilot, and that's what I keep trying to remind myself is watch them. Let
Yep.
them tell you how wide to turn.
It was a long pull through. No problem getting level at this place.
Yeah, no, not at all. And they had a restaurant so you could get lunch, dinner,
Right.
and breakfast even in the morning.
Yeah, I think
and
it was a free breakfast.
I think it was free breakfast.
Not
Yeah, we didn't do
everything
it.
There was free, but there was a few things you could get for free.
Yeah, and it was free, but we didn't do it mainly because we had a long drive coming up, and I didn't want to have to wait for breakfast and stuff. I just wanted to eat a quick bowl of cereal and get on the road.
Right.
Kind of get going.
Yeah,
So,
but again, another place with a pool. It's nice even in late September, early October. That's the nice thing when you're heading down towards Florida. The pools are open.
Yeah.
So at least, hopefully, they're still open.
yeah, I don't know now.
Currently, right now, it's COVID. So
Well, when you're watching this, hopefully the world is back to normal.
Yes.
So, then from there, we went to what our ultimate destination was on our first leg. We were
Disney World. Oh wait, Orlando. That's where we wanted to go.
to Orlando and
See,
Walt Disney World.
that was a good destination.
It was. It was a great Thousand Trails park. About 25-30 minutes just to the west of the amusement park area. So we liked that. It was also our first
So
time
close.
with a pick your own spot.
Yes. What's the first tip when you
Another
arrive?
tip. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I was going right to it.
It's a long.
It's a
driveway in.
long driveway
Straight.
in, which was awesome.
Right.
Easy off
But-
the road, long driveway. The signage makes it seem like you need to pull into the parking lot to check in. What
Right.
they're really trying to say is if you don't have a reservation, come
in
to the
there.
office.
Yeah.
I went in, parked in one of the long spots, and they're like, "Oh no, you've got a reservation. Just go to the guard."
Right.
Which was not so easy to pull the RV out and
Yes.
move it around when I could have just kept going straight right to the guard
but he
check.
did it, so.
But it was evil. You can do it.
Right. He unhooked,
Yeah.
and we.
But we had to
got
unhook anyways because you wanted to find a
I
spot.
had to go find a spot.
So we sent Ann out to scout like Sacagawea and Lewis and Clark and go out there and find us a spot.
And this does happen with quite a few thousand trails around the country. So some of them do have reservations for a specific spot, but there are locations just like Orlando. It's a huge RV park.
Wow. And they were building while we were
they're
there.
building a huge section,
Which might
as
be open now, we
which
don't know.
We're pretty sure is open. But I took a long time trying to find the perfect spot, and that's the thing. That's another tip. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just make sure it looks
It's our
level.
first time.
And you also just kind of want to get an idea. Where's the water? Where's the electrical for your coach? So I would say that's probably the biggest tip.
Yeah, I think because you were feeling a little anxious and nervous about being...
These boats just love to.
It's like a motorcycle up there. I think you were a little nervous and anxious because it was our first time in a pick your own spot that you were looking for perfection.
Right.
And then you wanted to pull through, and I was said to you, we're here for 10 days.
And Drew is so patient at this point that I took him driving through a really old part where the trees were a lot lower. And of course, once we parked and got set up, we realized we had done something to our bathroom.
Yeah, we don't know if it was while we were driving around in the park or on the road, but
Take
all of a
twig.
sudden the dome, the tinted dome over the shower was bright light.
Right.
But that's okay. We backed in, set up our spot, and it was really nice. It had an added bonus of being able to visit with your cousin Matt, your
Yes.
cousin Robert's son Matt, who his
Hey Matt. Hey Nicole.
fiance, hi Nicole, hi Matt, are working down there.
Yes.
So they're both working down there, I should say. And so it was nice to see them. And
So they took us to Anthem Springs, to Disney Springs, right?
Yeah, go ahead. Say it again. One more time. Start again.
So Matt and Nicole were generous enough to
Spend some
take
time
us,
with us.
spend some time with us, and take us down to an area called Disney Springs.
Yes.
So that was a really nice.
Yeah, and that's
cool area.
it's a nice thing, because if you go to Orlando and you're like, I can't afford to spend the money on Walt Disney, it's like Walt Disney Light. It's very
Right.
Disney-esque, but there's no admission. If you want to do anything or buy anything, it costs money, but you can walk around and see all the Lego displays or
Yep.
the volcano at the Rainforest Cafe is all free to look at from the outside.
Lots of restaurants.
Lots of restaurants and shops,
Yep.
and even a pin trader for Walt Disney World. So that was really cool. We had a good time in Orlando. We got your bike repaired from
Oh, yeah.
up at Liberty Harbor.
Right.
We had been kind of taking it around and
Yeah.
hadn't had a chance to really take a look at it, but
Just a tweaked.
since we
fender.
were going to be there for 10 days, we wanted to take the bikes down and
Yep.
kind of ride around, and the fender was all kind of goofed up.
Yeah.
But the guys were really nice, and when he told him what happened, he's like, well, you didn't get any money from the guy? I'm like, it was it didn't happen on purpose.
Yeah.
The guy was nice enough. He offered. I said,
Right.
don't worry about it. And because of that, they were really taken back by that,
Yeah.
that they gave us a huge discount at the bike shop. So we were appreciative that they really just kind of charged us labor
Yeah.
to
They
kind of
looked out for
repair
us,
it.
too. Yep.
And, they said, it's not going to look perfect. I said,
That's
just
fine.
get it back on the road,
Yep.
kind of a thing. So that was nice. Thank you very much for coming along on these runaway routes.
Yes.
We are now in Florida, as we said. Here's the Orlando episode. And where can they find us?
Well, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Right down below.
So
If
please
it's your first time,
do it.
we'd
Do it
like-
up, Ann.
Do it. We'd like to have you subscribe. Join us for other episodes. Leave a comment if you have anything to share with us. We would love to hear from you guys. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and you can also hit the bell if you want to get notified.
Absolutely.
So,
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next Runaway Routes.
From somewhere other than St. Clair, Michigan.
Bye, guys.